Ouais. Graduates of South West College, families, guests, colleagues and friends, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to this 2022 South West College Higher Education Graduation Ceremony. We are here today to acknowledge your achievements and the great work that you have done, to congratulate you most sincerely and to send you on your way on the next steps in your life with the very best wishes of everyone here at South West College. Higher education is very important in South West College given our rural geography and the need to provide progression pathways and educational opportunities for everyone. We have a strong and vibrant higher education programme, carefully matched to the needs of local industries. And we are just so delighted that we have so many of our students and their families and their friends here with us today at our graduation. It really is the highlight of the college year. We are also very pleased to have some special guests with us today from our partner schools, from our local council, from our local Chamber of Commerce, as well as our keynote speaker, Emma Weaver. You're all very welcome here today. So to commence proceedings, I'd like to call upon Brian Ingram from the governing body of the college. Brian is a very experienced senior leader in Northern Ireland in the area of justice and has spent over 30 years working in the Northern Ireland Prison Service. He works with vulnerable adults and young people, preparing them for resettlement into the community and developing skills and qualifications for employment. For his very significant contribution to justice and other charity work, he was awarded an OBE in the 2018 New Year's Honours List. And we're delighted to welcome Brian here to our graduation.
Thank you, Jill, for your kind invitation. And on behalf of the Board of Governors for the College, I'm honoured and privileged to extend a warm welcome to all of our college graduates of Class 2022. And we welcome your special guests, parents, friends to this event. Thank you all for joining with us on this special occasion and to celebrate your outstanding educational achievements and, of course, your graduation. And on behalf of the Board of Governors, may I extend a very warm welcome to all other of our distinguished guests and friends of the college. This is very much, as Jill said, the highlight of our college calendar, and we're delighted that you could join with our graduates and guests to make this event one to celebrate and certainly one to remember for a lifetime. I'm also honoured and privileged to be here today because, like you, my educational journey was through the further educational system. I was apprenticed to trade, and then through my journey, I developed into other areas of work. And I'm delighted now and proud to be a member of the Board of Governors for the college. But today, I'm standing in for the chairman of the Board of Governors, Dr. Nicholas O'Sheil, who very much wanted to be here to congratulate you personally, but due to other circumstances, was not able to attend. And Nick sends his greetings to you and his warmest congratulations on all of your achievements. So, graduates, you have made it over the winning line. You have run the race, and you are here on your own merit, and you should be rightly proud of your achievements. Your race will have no doubt been littered with obstacles to get around and hurdles to get over. Now, I enjoy sport, and if you can bear with me just for a few moments, I want to share a story with you. These days, I'm mostly a sports spectator at my grandchildren's sporting events, but I remember some great sporting moments, some of which was inspirational, life-changing, and even some events that over the years have been world-changing. I'm sure most people here will have watched something of the last Olympics in Tokyo. Historically, Olympic Games are remembered for something quite unique, wherever that might be, a flash of inspiration, extraordinary skill, team working, courage, commitment, and personal investment, for all of those things and for many more. And the preparation for those events, for that particular race or that particular event, will have begun many years earlier with a total investment in time, practice, emotion, mentality, commitment. And along the journey, there would have always been knocks and injuries and dented dreams to overcome in order to cross that finish line. Then the race is won. The race is won. That oh so desired medal is acquired. And so it is for you, graduates. Your race is run, and your badge of honour will be the scroll that you'll soon be presented with. Now, there might be some people in the auditorium who can still remember Olympic Games from decades ago. I'm certainly one of them. For one special reason or another, from one moment or another. And I remember specifically the 1968 Olympic Games. And there were a number of things that happened then. Just as a footnote, there might still be some people here who remember watching sports that far back, but on black and white TVs. You can still manage to work it out. But certainly the Mexico Olympic Games in 1968 were memorable for two reasons. Firstly, two African-American athletes, Tommy Smith and John Carlos, won gold and bronze in the same 200-metre race. And when accepting their medals on the podium, they used this as an opportunity to raise their hands in salute to draw the world's attention to human rights issues in America, poverty, segregation, inhumane treatment, inequality, racism. I remember this event was televised all over the world, and it was a very, very powerful statement indeed. But important as that was, I want you to imagine just for a moment another event that took place at the same time in the same Olympics, not so centre stage and almost missed for sure, but which also served as a powerful demonstration of courage, integrity, and commitment to those who were witnesses to it. Imagine this scene with me. The marathon is in the final event on the programme. The Olympic Stadium is packed, and there's a great excitement as the first athlete, an Ethiopian runner, enters the stadium. The crowd erupts as he crosses the finish line. Way back in the field is another runner, John Stephen Akhwari of Tanzania. And he's been lapped by all of the other runners. And after 30 kilometres, his head is throbbing, his muscles are aching, and he falls to the ground. He has a serious leg injury, and officials want him to retire, but he refuses. And with his knee bandaged, John picks himself up and hobbles the remaining 12 kilometres to the finish line. And after the winner has finished the race, John enters the stadium. Most of the crowds have left the stadium, and only a few thousand are still there, mingling around in the stadium. And John enters the stadium and begins to move around the track at a painstakingly slow pace until finally he collapses over the finish line. It is one of the most heroic efforts of Olympic history. And afterwards, when asked by a reporter why he had not dropped out of the race, John said, "My country did not send me here to start the race. They sent me to finish it." And so to you, graduates, you have finished your race today, and we celebrate your crossing of the winning line. You have overcome the challenges thrown at you. You have made the commitment, made the sacrifices, and persevered. You too can hold your head up and say of yourselves, "I didn't just sign up to start my studies, I signed up to finish them." And I'm sure there have been times along the track when you thought that the investment required of you, your time and that of your family's time, your energy, your relationships, friendships, and all of the emotional and physical investment required, together with all of the other important commitments and life challenges was too much, not least the negative impacts of COVID over the past couple of years and the need for hybrid working and online classes and tutorials. Well, graduates, we take our hats off to you because you adapted and you overcame. You succeeded and you finished this part of the race. For that, the Board of Governors, the Principal, Chief Executive, the senior leadership team, and all of the college staff salute you on your achievement. But graduates, there were other important people along the way who helped you through this journey. And some of those people are with you today, your parents, your friends, your girlfriends, boyfriends, whoever supported you through your journey. We need to show now some appreciation. And I would ask you to join with me in that appreciation. And again, on behalf of you, could I give recognition and appreciation to all of your lecturers and all of the staff who made this possible for you and who invested in you along the way as well. So to your lecturers and teachers, thank you. So looking forward, for those of you already in employment or at university, we hope that your learning and development here has enabled you to be more skillful, more knowledgeable, and able to contribute effectively in your organisation and to succeed further in your particular economic environment or programme of studies. To those seeking employment, we hope that the skills and knowledge you've developed during your time here and the qualifications you have gained will open employment opportunities in many of the developing economies. Companies are now having to work differently, and as such, the increasing demand for smart technology, new, more efficient materials, new designs, new structures, more efficient fuel systems, transport systems, and agri-food production systems, and social re-engineering will broaden the scope for employment opportunities. And in closing, I mentioned that you have completed this part of the race. And by that, we encourage you to consider your learning and development and fulfillment as being lifelong. And we would wish you back here in the future to further develop your qualifications. We are rightly proud of this college and this community, proud of what it stands for, proud of what it strives to achieve, proud of all of our students, proud of all of our staff, and we hope you too are rightly proud of your college and that you will be our ambassadors and role models for future students. So graduates, be proud of your achievements, be courageous and confident, and be our future. Thank you very much.
Brian, thank you so much for your very well thought out, very well considered words. Your leadership, your personal commitment to young people, and that of all the governors of South West College is invaluable and very, very important to us in the college, so thank you. Our keynote speaker for this graduation is Emma Weaver. Emma is a former student of the college from Fermanagh, and she is a founder of Mental Wealth International, an organisation which supports business to achieve better mental health and well-being within the workplace. She's over 23 years' experience in this area, and she's also founded Limitless in Leadership, supporting startups and entrepreneurs through personal mentoring. Emma is a best-selling author with her debut novel, The Blue Line, and she is also an international speaker, and she uses her voice very expertly and very well to champion mental wealth. She's a 2-time TEDx speaker, which you'll hear a bit more about. And all this very brilliant work has led Emma to be recognised in 2021 by CIO Women in Business as one of the top 10 women to look up to. We are so pleased, Emma, to have you at our graduation here today.
Thank you very much, Jill, for that introduction. I'm not even sure how to follow that up, but hey. Thank you, Southwest College, for the invitation to speak here today. Being a past student, I truly am honoured. As you know, my name is Emma Weaver and I am the founder of Mental Wealth International. Firstly, I want to say congratulations. Well done to each and every one of you graduating here today. You have made it this far. You've overcome challenges along the way. You've built resilience that you perhaps didn't know that you needed to build. You've made sacrifices that nobody may ever understand or know about on your journey. Being here today, I encourage you to recognise that you have now gifted yourselves options and choices for your future. You have set the foundation for your future and you get to decide the way forward. I was once sitting where you are now, graduating from the Southwest College. However, it's that long ago, it wasn't called the Southwest College, it was called something else. That's how far back it was. I was in my early 20s and my 5-year-old daughter was sitting on my knee. Would you believe it? To anybody that remembers, it was September the 11th, 2001, the same day of the Twin Towers attacks in America. It was also 3 weeks after my little girl's dad had been killed in a motorbike. I didn't know what the future held for us. However, I did know one thing. We were going to be all right. Because like yous all here today, I had gifted us options and choices. I was in a position to provide for us going forward. Life definitely was not easy. Sacrifices were made. And having my daughter with me the day that I graduated was so important. To show her that anything is possible when you put your mind to it, set your goals and take action. Lead by example. You truly never know who is watching, who you're inspiring when you're being true to yourself and following your goals. From there on, I worked for more than 2 decades, managing mental health services, mostly across the Western Trust. So my job would have been to develop and deliver services based on the needs in the community, manage teams, contracts, budgets, and just make sure that mental health services were fit for purpose. I worked my way into management, developing and delivering new services and managing teams. All throughout this, I continued on my education journey. I still completed different courses, upskilled, and used my experiences at work to really implement new strategies, building my profile as I went along. This is the beauty of education, especially locally. You get to have it all. You get to be with your family. You get to seek the support if you need it in your local area and be present, all while you're educating yourself and upskilling your already existing skills. While providing for your family and continuing to learn at the same time and giving back to your community, which has so many benefits on a well-being level. There are so many advantages to learning locally, and we are truly blessed to have the Southwest College and all it has to offer locally to us. Life has many twists and turns. Not many of us escape challenges and adversity. However, with the right support and building our mental wealth and resilience, equipping ourselves to overcome any situations or challenges, we can emerge stronger. John Kavanagh wrote a book about it. You win or you learn. There's no such thing as failure. I have had many a mentor throughout my life. Some who have inspired me, others motivated me, and they have taught me different things. And this has been an integral part of my success. And during my college days, way back when, it was Lorraine Lochran from Student Services who would have had a huge impact. Michelle McCauley, who was one of my tutors, really was an integral part of getting me through those tough days. And also there was another lady called Mavis Rolston, so God bless her, she's not with us anymore, but had a huge impact on my learning journey and my success. It's really important to recognise these people, but it's also important to find mentors in your life, both personally and professionally. Know your five, those 5 people around you that you can go to for support. It is also really important to be authentic. Show up your authentic self. Know yourself. Know who you are. Understand your values and your vision. This will see you through those tough days. I encourage you to take time out in your life to learn these things about you. Stay true to yourself. Find your purpose and do it passionately. This can change from time to time, and that's okay. Embrace the journey. Set your goals and keep moving forward. So after 2 decades managing mental health services, I decided to leave my job managing mental health services and founded my own organisation, supporting cultures of wellbeing in the workplace. I realised that there were gaps in services, so doing what I do best, I have developed and am now delivering new services to implement mental health in workplaces. I recognise that my skills are transferable, and yours are too. You need to think limitlessly. This is truly important. Always be ready for opportunities. And if the opportunities don't come your way, create them. We live in a world now where most things are possible. Hybrid working is an option. We have access to so much more now. Way back, all those years ago, when I used to do my assignments, they were handwritten. I didn't even have a computer. I hand wrote all of my assignments. So that's how much things have moved forward, and there are many more opportunities here and now. However, I created opportunities for myself with what I had. I brought the first ever TEDx to Enniskillen. TED Talks are a global platform seen by many as the pinnacle of all talks. I had already delivered 2 TED Talks. I'd been invited and I delivered one on IVF and the other one on mental wealth. And I remember thinking, why don't we have these opportunities here? Why not in our community? You can see the way my brain starts to go. When I see gaps in services, I start to create opportunities and deliver on them. So that's what I did, along with an amazing team. We created an opportunity on a global scale locally. And you know what? You can do that too. Of all of the things that I've spoke about today, I would like to encourage you to consider these few takeaways. There's things I've learned along the way. Surround yourself with the right people. This is essential on so many levels, both personally and professionally, and I have touched on that. That can make the difference in the end outcome. Do not be afraid to reach out and ask for support. The 4 Agreements. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but it's a book and I absolutely read it all the time and try to live by it. Never assume. Never assume you know. Never assume you know what somebody else is thinking. Never assume you know what the outcome of a situation is going to be. Ask. Ask the questions. Get the answers. Don't assume. It's not good for your well-being. Do not take anything personally. And this is probably something that we can all fall into, especially in our personal lives, but in business as well. Usually, if something's going on, whether it's with another person or a situation or an experience, it's got very little to do with you. It's got to do with the other people. So do not take anything personally. Always do your best. Show up your best self. Try and make sure what it is that you're trying to achieve is aligned with your values, your vision, and your goals. So at the end of the day, when you're resting, you know you've showed up your best self with no doubt, regardless of what the outcome is. Be impeccable with your word. Always speak well of others. And more importantly, always speak well of yourself. The body keeps score. Anything to which you're talking about, you're keeping within. So be impeccable with your word. Set your goals. This is really important. Write them down. You are more likely to achieve them if you write them down with a pen and a piece of paper. Write them down and have them with you all the time. Be intentional in all that you do. Know why you're doing it and what you hope the outcome to be. Take action. It doesn't work unless you do. Look after your mental health. This is so important, especially nowadays. And I've seen it throughout all those decades. It changes all the time, different trends, different things that are happening. But one thing that I would encourage everybody to do on a daily basis is self-care. Self-care is not selfish, it's essential. Believe in all that you are to become all that you can be. Thank you.
Emma, thank you. Thank you so much. You radiate energy and positivity. That was a very, very inspirational talk, and we very much appreciate it. You have some very clear advice, guidance for helping us all, and in particular for our graduates here today to succeed, to thrive, and be happy in their professional lives. So now we move on to the most important part of our ceremony today. And we have graduates from 5 schools in the college with us this afternoon. Certificates will be presented by Celine McCartan, Principal and Chief Executive, and Scholar of the Year awards will be presented by Brian Ingram. I would now like to call upon John Moss, Head of Faculty, to announce the South West College graduates from the Schools of Creative Arts and Sport and Life Sciences. Following John, Carol Viney, Head of Faculty, will announce South West College graduates from the Schools of Business Management and Special Education, Health and Social Care, and Tourism, Hospitality, Hair and Beauty.
Thank you, Jill. Good afternoon, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends. You're very welcome to our graduation ceremony here this afternoon. This probably is the most pleasurable aspect of my role as Head of Faculty for the Built Environment, Creative and Life Sciences, in announcing the graduates from South West College for the year 2023. Today's award is a culmination of the commitment and the effort that you have made during your time with us at the college. But let's not forget the support and the encouragement that each of you have received from your family and friends, and we all know how valuable that has been. If we can move to the presentation of awards. Firstly, we will present awards to the graduates from the Faculty of Built Environment, Creative and Life Sciences for 2 schools. Celine and Brian will make the presentations as we proceed. I present to you award holders from the School of Creative Arts for the award of Open University Bachelor of Arts Honours in Visual Media Arts Film, Bella Eva Henderson. Jack Magwood. Jack is also Scholar of the Year, and Brian will make the award. Justin Lee Murphy. award of the Open University Bachelor of Arts Honours in Visual Media Arts Game Development, Caelan Coleman. Niamh Cusack. Tyler Philip Magdalene. Podrick McAllister. Podrick is also Scholar of the Year, and Brian will make the presentation. Patrick McGovern. Leo James Murphy. Jordan Alexander Bolton. Darren Sean Scullion. I present to you the award holders from the School of Sport and Life Sciences for the award of Ulster University Foundation Degree in Applied Medical Science, Marie Valerie Cooley. Martin Moffat. For the award of the Open University Bachelor of Science Honours, Sport and Exercise, Niall Brian Conlon. Christopher Devlin. Liam Sean Donaghy. Charlotte Rose Jones. Jack James Varma. For the award of the Open University Foundation Degree in Sport and Exercise, Cian Michael Curry. Rory McManus. Jarlath Francis Slane. Owen Patrick Taggart. Saoirse Tooney. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the presentation of awards for the Faculty of Built Environment, Creative and Life Sciences. I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate each and every one of you and wish you every success in the future. And you know, if we just leave you with the wise words of B.B. King, he did say, remember, the beautiful thing about learning pretty much is about nobody can take it off you. So it's to be held dearly, and it's also to be built upon. Thank you. I now call on Carol Viney, Head of Faculty for Professional and Social Sciences, to complete the presentation.
Good afternoon, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends. And I would like to have the pleasure of, as Head of Faculty of Professional and Social Sciences, to announce the graduates from Southwest College for 2023 for the 3 schools of Business Management, Specialist Education, Health and Social Care, and Tourism, Hospitality, Hair and Beauty. I now present awards to the graduates from the School of Business Management and Specialist Education. Linda Tintari. Catherine Malarkey. And for the Ulster University Bachelor of Science Honours in Business Studies, Dylan Smith. For the Ulster University Foundation Degree in Business Management with dual accreditation of ILM Level 5 Certificate in Leadership and Management, Fitton Early. Jack McCann. Amelia McCormick. Emma McGlone, and Mark Scallon, who is also Scholar of the Year. Hannah Mary Elizabeth Wiley. And for the CIPD Level 5 Intermediate Certificate in Human Resource Management, Laura Brown. Ciara Donnelly. And Ethna Rickard. For ILM Level 5 Diploma in Leadership and Management, Nuala McCullough, who is also Scholar of the Year. And now I present to you award holders from the School of Health and Social Care, Queen's University Belfast Foundation Degree in Early Childhood Studies, Claire Dolan. Emma McLaughlin. And for the NCFE Cash Level 5 Diploma in Leadership for Children's Care, Learning and Development, Mariava Ferrari Alves. Ciara Francis Daly. Who is also Scholar of the Year. Catherine McGrath. Stacey Marie Morgan. And for the Ulster University Foundation Degree in Integrative Counselling Practice, Shauna Marie Crawford. Karen Elizabeth Devlin. Ashley Margaret Hepburn. Heather Kinlow. Anya Therese McCaffrey. Ruth Monteith. And Pauline Mary Mulgrew, who is also Scholar of the Year. And the Ulster University Foundation Degree in Integrative Counselling Practice, Certificate of Higher Education, Mark Lovett. Ulster University Certificate in Counselling Studies, Louise Charlotte Margaret Boyle. Anne-Marie Brogan. Mary Catherine Collin. Siobhan Jones. Magella Maguire. Ciara Moss. Giovanni Perdita. Rosa Chow Hong Wang. And the Ulster University Foundation degree in Science in Health and Social Care, Alexandra Henry. Erin Maureen Leonard. Nicole Liggett. Caitlin Jane McCabe. Caitlin Brona McKeever. Chloe Claire McKeever. Neve Morris. Nida Pulicha. Rachel Bethany Ryan. Kathleen Amanda Sutton. Chloe Wallace. Melissa Woods. And now the Pearson BTEC Level 4 Higher National Certificate in Healthcare Practice, Sarah Doyle. Cora Louise McKay. Paweł Weslowski. I now present to you the award holders from the School of Tourism, Hospitality, Hair and Beauty. VTCT Level 5 Certificate in Sports Massage Therapy, Charlene Coyle. Wilma Kerr. And also Scholar of the Year, Dara McCann. Claire Louise McGill. Colm Robinson. The VTCT Level 4 Certificate in Sports Massage Therapy, Brona McKenna. Bobby Morton. The Ulster University Foundation degree in Science in Hospitality and Tourism Management with specialisms, Amy Fitzpatrick. Owen Gaffney. Jack Reed Gibson. And also Scholar of the Year, Emma Lauren Riley. And finally, Ulster University Foundation degree in Science in Hospitality and Tourism Management with specialisms, Certificate of Higher Education, Susanna Szymborska. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, that concludes the presentation of the awards for the Faculty of Professional Social Sciences. I'd like to congratulate you all of our graduates for receiving your awards today. But before I sit down, I'd like to ask you to give a huge round of applause to your family and friends, to your tutors and the staff of Southwest College for the support and dedication that they have shown to you during the last number of years of your studies. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You could put a round of applause, please.
It's now highly appropriate, I think, that we hear from one of today's graduates, Amy Fitzpatrick. Amy is from Tempo and is graduating here today with a foundation degree in tourism and hospitality, and she's currently employed in Blue Green Yonder. And Amy is going to give us a quick overview of her time at the college, how it has benefited her in her career and her plans for the future. So thank you, Amy.
Thank you, Jill. As Jill said, my name is Amy Fitzpatrick and I studied the foundation degree in hospitality and tourism management at South West College. Before this course, I didn't know what I wanted to do after secondary school, and I never had a career path in mind. I chose the GCSEs and A-levels that I enjoyed rather than the ones that sent me down a specific route. I applied for teaching, did the interviews and got accepted, but it didn't feel like the right fit for me. Actually, the entire full-time university route didn't feel like the path I was meant to take. So instead of heading off to uni with the rest of my year, I took a year out. I became a classroom assistant to test the waters, and I enjoyed working with young people. I knew that that would be potentially my route, but the classroom environment wasn't the setting for me. I'd worked at Blue Green Yonder, an outdoor pursuits company, for 2 years at this point. As part of the work, I worked with lots of young people, using non-formal educational approaches, and I could see the differences we were making. Then I found this course, totally outside of the box of thinking I had been operating inside. It linked to my current job at Blue Green Yonder, and it would provide me with the skills to progress and work my way to the managerial position I'm in now. I didn't think I would end up not going to university, but still coming out with a university degree. That's what is so great about the college, the smaller classrooms, the full-time courses, and only 2 days a week, which meant I could work alongside getting my degree. From all of us graduating here today, I want to say thank you to the college, the staff and team, lecturers, mentors, tutors, and support staff for all their hard work and help and support over our years of study. To the peers in our classes for the friendships, partnerships, and projects, help and support throughout our classes. To our tutors, for all of your guidance, support, and time spent helping us achieve our potential and graduate here today. A massive thank you to our friends and family for supporting us and helping us achieve our goals and ambitions. And thank you to my mentors and colleagues at Blue Green Yonder for supporting me through college. Congratulations, everyone, on graduating today, and good luck in your future endeavours.
Brilliant, Amy. Thank you so much. That's a great story, a great snapshot of your journey so far, and I feel you have a long way to go. And I know everyone, all our graduates here today, will have similar stories of how they came to be on their course, what it has meant to them, where it has taken them so far, and the excitement of the pathways ahead. So thank you. And huge congratulations again to you on achieving your foundation degree today. Our concluding speaker at this graduation ceremony today is Celine McCartan, Principal and Chief Executive of the College. Celine has been with the College as Chief Executive for 6 months and has brought new vision and energy and a real focus on the people core of the College, visible here today in the students, the graduates and the staff.
Distinguished guests, graduates, families and colleagues, it is my pleasure on behalf of the governing body and the staff at the South West College to echo all of the warm words of welcome to our graduation ceremony today. And we've come together to recognise the achievements of the college's higher education students and apprentices, acknowledging all of the hard work and determination that they and everyone who has supported them has demonstrated. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Celine McCartan. I'm Principal and Chief Executive of the South West College. And being here today to celebrate with you is one of the highlights of my career. As Principal, I'm immensely proud of all of our students, of our staff, and of everything that further education has to offer ambitious young people within our communities as well as those who join us to upskill and retrain for a career change. This is my first official graduation ceremony as principal, so if you'll bear with me and indulge me, I want to tell you a little bit about my story. I was, am, and always will be a lifelong learner and a student of further education. I came to the college first as a full-time student a long time ago, and then became an apprentice. I completed a series of professional exams and qualified as a chartered accountant. And I went on to complete a whole series of higher education programmes up to master's levels, and I did this through part-time study. So I hope that I have some understanding of the challenges, the issues, and also the achievement that you are experiencing here today. And as I was working alongside of that, I was building experience that gave me more and better job opportunities. Quite early on, I decided I wanted to work in the public service, and for over 25 years ago, I was lucky to get the chance to join further education. I've been involved in the establishment of the South West College. I've worked in some of the exciting building projects that have given us the wonderful facilities that we enjoy, and I've worked over that time to support and resource the excellent curriculum that we provide. I've had a family in this area and lived here as part of the community that we serve, facing all of the normal pressures and joys along the way. For me, it feels like further education, and the South West College in particular, has always been an important part of my life. I hope that I have given back in terms of service to education generally, and now as principal, to students, to staff, and to everyone that the college supports and serves. So the quote from Condoleezza Rice, the former US Secretary, that there is no greater challenge and no greater honour than to be in the public service, that really resonates with me. I'm dedicated to public service, but I've also realised that I get the most enjoyment out of empowering people, enriching lives, and inspiring learning. And that is why today is very special to me too. So thank you for listening to my story, and enough about that. Today is so much more about you, our students. It is your special day, and you've did it. Or done it, I should say. You're here today with family, spouses, children, parents, friends, and the staff of the college to celebrate your major accomplishment. In making the decision to pursue your education, you've opened up a door to a whole new world of opportunity. And I can tell you from my experience that the more education you attain, the more doors you will open. So as someone who believes in lifelong learning, whilst pausing to recognise what you have achieved, it is my hope that this is only part of your education journey. For now, you are in the best possible position to progress in a world of opportunity, into highly competitive areas of employment, and for some of you into further study. I encourage you to set your sights high and always be open to learning. Michelangelo is attributed to having said, the greatest danger for most of us is not that our aim is too high and we miss it, but that it is too low and we reach it. So I urge you to continue to aim high. And you can be assured that everyone at South West College will remain your biggest champions and supporters. I encourage you to keep in touch with us because we want to celebrate your successes and inspire others that will travel through this college as well. You leave behind a legacy for them, a legacy of success that will empower others. So do not underestimate that and the impact that you're already having in this world. It is a privilege to share this important occasion with you, to enjoy the pride on the faces of those collecting their certificates and the sense of accomplishments mixed with some relief too. I wish you every happiness in your well-earned achievement, and I hope that you have some plans for later or for the weekend so that you will each be able to celebrate in style. Some of you will have seen the local papers this week, where we've formally published the list of 545 successful higher education students of South West College in the last year. Each one of those students studied on Level 4, Level 5 and Level 6 programmes, over 40 different programmes. I'm sure you'll agree that those are really impressive numbers. And as I stand here today, I'm very proud of the higher education provision that we offer at South West College and the continued growth alongside our partnerships with the Open University, Ulster University, Queen's University, Pearson's and other awarding bodies. I am strongly committed to providing our local community with these lifelong learning opportunities here on our doorstep. I believe that the enthusiasm, passion and empathy demonstrated by our staff, alongside their experience and our collaborations with industry, has provided the highest standards of teaching and learning for our graduates celebrating today. And in the words of the author Michael Morpurgo, it's the teacher that makes the difference, not the classroom. And on that note, I would like to recognise one member of staff in particular. You heard earlier from Carol, our head of faculty, and Carol will soon be retiring after 30 years working in further education. She's been a mainstay of many of our higher education programmes, so I would like to recognise that and acknowledge Carol's work and service to further and higher education with a small presentation from Maureen, one of our governing body members. Thank you, Carol. You will be missed. I'd also like to give a special mention to the staff who've done so much in preparation for today's event, who've worked tirelessly over the last number of weeks, and most especially today. Thank you all. I would also like to acknowledge the Department for the Economy, who are represented today by Clement Athanasiou, and I want to thank them for their support for higher education in FE and at South West College, without which we simply could not deliver these programmes to our students. In closing, I want to challenge you to take what you've learnt from your education journey at South West College and go from here with passion, with a driven determination to use your knowledge and skills in the next chapter. There's no end to education. You'll continue to read books, experience learning and upskill yourself in weeks, months and years ahead. And from South West College, from everyone here, we wish you success. I'd like to extend congratulations to all of the graduates here, and as we're coming to the end of the ceremony, before we finish, for one last time, can I ask you to raise the roof for our class of 2022. I declare this graduation ceremony now closed, and I invite our new graduates to join our academic procession as we leave the hall. Thank you.